We're out here at Van Meter Elementary School today to figure out how a second grade classroom got turned upside down with a bag of plastic tools and a cardboard box.
My name is Tracy Ferguson and I teach second grade here at Van Meter Elementary. And we started a project this year, and it began with the Iowa STEM Advisory Council. They have a program that puts STEM materials into classrooms. So one of the materials was this make-do cardboard construction kit. So I didn't know how I was necessarily going to use it in the classroom. And then I was at Lowe's one day and saw a huge dryer box in the aisle. And I thought, well, I could bring that back to the classroom, show it to the kids, and see what they can make from it.
Keenan, Cody, Nate,
Dawson.
And Dawson. And what was your guys' job?
Hinges.
The hingers, the 4 hinges. We can hinge anything. I like it. Who came up with that?
All of us. Yeah. Pretty much Keenan. Pretty much Keenan, though.
All right. So what is this? Kind of unpack these tools. Tell me what's what here, will you?
Oh, that's a screwdriver. And this is the hinge.
That's the hinge. And then what did this guy do?
It cuts the holes. It pokes the holes so you can screw this in easier.
What was the hardest part about being a hinger?
Making sure it was kind of even and making it tight.
So we Skyped with John Calinari, the cousins, on HGTV's, the cousins, and he has a new book, and it's called What Can You Do with a Toolbox? And so he read that, and then we kind of came up with 6 different jobs that the kids could apply for to build the house. And you know, one was the architect and construction worker and roofer and interior designer and realtor. So they all applied for their jobs and took it very seriously, you know, and interviewed, and then that just started everything.
Student choice and voice is so important. You need to run with that any opportunity that you have. So with the student choice and voice and them wanting to run with it and getting the excitement behind it, our parents got on board and brought our parents in. They were running home and saying, can you help with this? I know surveys were sent out like, what do you feel comfortable supporting within the project? But it was driven by our students.
What's the first thought, like when you kind of heard about that they were going to be doing this? What was the first thought?
Well, I didn't realize the extent of it at first. I knew they were going to do it, and then when I heard how many different positions there'd be, you kind of just wonder how are they going to turn a cardboard box into something? And they did it. I mean, it's cool.
What was your guys' job?
Architect.
You guys were the architects? Mm-hmm. Were you at the end of the process or the start of the process?
Start.
You were at the very start. What was the job of the architect? What did you guys have to do?
So we had to like agree on what it would look like and agree on where the windows were and stuff.
Number one, their involvement. You know, they could envision and see what this house was going to look like, and they were excited about that. And they understood they were designing early, and then there was going to be a completion at the end. So they understood the process, and not definitively one spot to the next, but they knew that they were going to be able to design, I'm talking about the architectural kids, design it and then see it through to the end. And so I'm excited about what they're seeing now when they look at the house and see where it started and how they progress through that. So it was that ability to envision, to see what the future brings.
All right, what was the biggest challenge? What was the biggest, was there something, what was most challenging?
Well, sometimes we didn't agree on stuff, and that was a little challenging.
PBL is an initiative here at Van Meter, and a PBL is just a project-based learning, and a big part of that is that the kids are choosing what they want to do. It isn't the teacher saying, well, I want you, this group to do this and this group to do that and what to do. You're giving control over to the kids. So, and it's amazing, the more control you give over to the kids, the more ownership they have in it.
How did you cut the cardboard?
We used there's box cutters, and there's this saw that didn't work that well.
Was that kind of fun though? Was that a fun job?
Yeah. Yes.
Was it hard work?
Yes.
Yeah. What was kind of your favorite part of building the house? What was your favorite part?
Oh, I kind of helped on the roof because we kind of cut out the parts for it.
Yeah. What about you?
I like doing the windows.
Oh, nice.
Cutting out the house.
You know, every student has a different approach to it, And I believe that every classroom is different from year to year. So this classroom might get real excited, next year's class might not be excited about it, but they could be excited about something else. You just have to run with what their interest level is and carry it through.
This is definitely unique. I'm actually a teacher by trade myself, and I sub here at Van Meter, and so I get to be in lots of different classrooms and see lots of different things. And this project is super unique because it isn't paper and pencil. It isn't something out of the book. It's thinking outside the box. And when we, you know, think about careers for our kids, I think sometimes they forget about those hands-on jobs. You know, they think about sitting in front of a computer screen or, you know, tallying math or something like that. They don't think about those hands-on trade jobs. And I think this kind of opens that door to their eyes to see how awesome something like that could really be for them.
My name is Darby Brinks.
I'm Jeff Brinks.
And our daughter is Merik Brinks, and she got the job of interior design, which she loves because she's very artistic, which is my background, and he has a construction background, and we actually have built all the houses that we've lived in.
Oh, great.
So she was kind of never really into that because, you know, it's over her head at this age, but when we heard about this project, she just lit up like, this is gonna be awesome because now I get to see what actually goes on with it.
It was fun for me, like to
cool.
come in and spend time with the kids and see, just hear what they needed next, and all right, I can do that.
That's so cool.
Ran into Lowe's one day. We were sitting, we were just sitting inside here, and all of a sudden they were talking about a doorbell, and I was like, I'll be right back. I ran to Lowe's and grabbed a doorbell and came back out, and over lunch / recess we installed the doorbell, and
I'm sure Mrs. Ferguson liked that. They were dinging it all the time.
Yeah, it was funny. Talk to me about your job. What was your job on the house as an electrician? What all did you guys do?
We did the doorbell.
That was my favorite. We did the lights inside.
We did the lights, and we put a secret thing. It's like hiding right here, and they can turn on.
Why'd you want to be roofers?
Because I wanted to like design the top to make it look good.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do the thing.
Yeah. What decisions did you guys have to make when you were being roofers? What were some of the tough decisions you had to make?
How to make it like the same angle on each side.
Thanks. How come you guys wanted to be painters?
Oh, I like to paint because my mom liked to paint.
Did you guys enjoy painting?
Yeah.
I feel like paint would be really messy. How'd you guys keep the room clean?
We put a tarp underneath of it, and then we started painting, but not a lot of it dripped. So.
Oh, that's really good.
A little.
So did you guys get to pick the color, or who picked the color?
We picked the color. We helped pick the color with Miss Ferguson and my mom.
So you guys are interior designers. How come you wanted to do interior design?
My mom. At our house, sometimes we redo my room and we like redesign it.
Oh, fun.
I design things on my own with my mom sometimes.
Oh, good for you. That's awesome.
I design like papers and then I want to do it.
Cool. What about you?
Well, my dad builds houses and I sometimes help him design them.
What do you feel like? What was the biggest challenge? Like, was it fun to watch the kids kind of overcome challenges? Kind of talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, you have, with each group or job, there may be 5 students. So if there was a problem or maybe someone wanted something that someone else didn't have, you know, and I'm teaching while they're working, you know, so they're just having them overcome their problems and talking together and kind of compromise. I mean, compromise is a huge, you know, something that we did too. Yeah. Where the students did together.
That was one of my favorite things. Just a bit ago, we were talking to one of the parents that are in the industry, and their daughter really hadn't taken a huge interest, and now she gets into this, and she's super passionate about it. And now she's come home and gets to share that passion. And that's just one of the 100 stories I feel like that we've heard today, just in talking to the kids. So it's super exciting. What I think is awesome too, though, is as a teacher and as a leader, just your energy has really poured out into the kids and sort of created this space for them to find their passion. And that was the word I kept hearing with the kids when we got here, was their passion. They got to find their passion, something that they enjoyed. And that seems to be what really drove the project.
Yeah, I didn't want this. The students chose what they wanted to do, you know, and that's a big part of it with a PBL, a project-based learning. The kids need to decide. They choose what they want to do. They choose where it goes, because if they decided to do a window here or a door that opens like this, or you know, they're working together at what their passion is and not what their teacher's passion is.
Right.
You know, I've never thought of doing this project before, and it just came about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. You have turned upside down a second grade classroom with a cardboard box.
Kind of. Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you sharing your story, and
Thank
it's been
you.
a lot of fun getting to meet your kids.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.